Sure thing. And if you're unable to donate through PayPal, you can refer people to me. Either to give them a link to this live or use my email address. Okay? Bobby. Rainbow and Bobby. Yeah, 4 card already. I'm getting a 10 of cups, so that's a yes. Hi, Marie. Yep, if you can't donate by PayPal, send referrals a link to this live or give them my email address. Let's see what else we have for Rainbow. A whole bunch of cards yourself. Huh. Oh. Why not? Somebody needs to get rid of another relationship. 8 of Cups. Strength. Either a Leo or during Leo season. And there's already attraction and flirtation and the moon, so it is tied in with maybe the next new moon, which I believe is August 1st. So there's a new moon August 1st. That's new moons are for setting new intentions. So there should be a change in interaction at the very least. So not quite 2 weeks to wait there, Rainbow. Alright, Marie, what is your question, hon? Thank you, hon. If you want to refer anyone for private videos or use it for yourself in the future, that's the email to send. Just send me a message on what you want to know. Might have a minor interruption. The cleaning lady is here. That helps my mother out. But I'll just mute it for a second if she needs to do anything out here. Hey, RN. Hey, Rochelle. Sure thing, hon. If you can't donate, you can share, you can do a referral, or we could do a reading swap or something. But yeah, I'm trying to get my subscribers up. Oh, I had a couple days off, but a lot of rain, humidity, and then I couldn't do my after party for TL's stream because the internet and the data was not working. Like, the Wi-Fi wouldn't let me connect for a good 12 hours until like yesterday morning, and it was still kind of wonky. And for some reason, my unlimited data was acting like I was out of it. So yeah, we don't have AC. Last year, one of the neighbors complained about it being on too much, and then all of a sudden it broke. I don't think it's a coincidence. I don't believe in coincidence anyways, but people here are petty. They made me take down my bird feeder. So, petty people, I swear. But yeah, I've got a fan in my room. It makes it harder to sleep during the day whenever it's hot too. So, working third shift, having to sleep during the day, when it's already hot. Not fun, but it's actually not too bad today so far. Started out pretty cool. We shall see. But the rain here has been absolutely insane. So, okay, you can pick from the Egyptian Tarot, talk about Mind Going Blank, or Dragon Tarot. Just let me know which one. Okay. Is there any work that needs done on it? Maybe you could get credit for that. Have them put up the 600 instead of doing a repair. I know a lot of times there's like little things, and little things can add up when you're selling a house. Things need done before it'll pass inspection or whatever. You could always see if they'd, front that 600 and let you pay for the repairs after you get it. I don't know. I think real estate's kind of a complicated thing, financially and legally speaking. But I think there's always ways. Alright, we'll go with it. I guess that's the card of the day. 10 of Cups. So, it'll work out, Stay positive about it. Yeah. The last one I did, Ten of Cups came up first too. It is. Page of Swords. Yeah. I would say send a short little message. Be like, look, I'm 600 short. Is there a way we can work out that you put up the 6 and I'll take care of a repair instead of making you pay for it before it goes through? Depends on what the realtor says, you know. See, both of these decks, they kind of read different, especially like Mercury retrograde. The Egyptian ones read almost like a reversal. It's kind of weird. Knight of Cups. So that's good. That's a good thing. So I think the other party is going to be very receptive to helping you out. They want to see, they're motivated to sell, obviously. Yeah, Dragon Tarot is a little different. Like, the booklet meanings are not completely like the Rider-Waite, which I don't use any of those. I think for you it means, hey Ange, for you the Knight of Cups is if you communicate with the seller, they'll be very receptive, very willing to work with you on it. Page of Wands. And look, there's a little legal document. So yeah, there is a way around it. Oh, first timer, awesome. Yeah, if you want like a yes or no, it's just one card to do that. The basic stuff, $5.55 via PayPal, and if you can't donate money, you can refer a friend to either share it here or use my email that I posted earlier. Yeah, I think just send a message and they'll write it up so it's legal and makes it work out for both of you. There's always a way around these little challenges. But, you know, make sure to double check everything since it's Mercury retrograde. You're welcome, hon. But you know that. Mercury retrograde, you gotta read things several times to make sure everything's clear. But yeah, congrats on the place, and hope you're able to work it out quickly. Yep, double check everything. Triple check. Quadruple check, because there's other stuff in the small fraction that 600 is compared to house. That's not much to worry about. Awesome. Make sure you hit that little bell for notifications. YouTube's working on their notification system, so if you select all notifications, you should be able to get them. I appreciate that, Rochelle. Alright. Virgo, man. Leo, awesome. I'm a Leo moon and rising, so I actually resonate more with Leo readings a lot of times. Would you like the Dragon Tarot or the Egyptian Tarot. Thank you, Rochelle. Wow. Okay. Now, just a little caveat for these. During Mercury retrograde, they kind of read in reverse, so if it doesn't make sense to what the meanings of the cards don't worry about it. That's just their little quirk. It's still accurate based on the intuition that I get. But the Egyptian Tarot is just quirky. We'll call it quirky. So, the Virgo man. It's kind of funny. I have a Leo friend who hooked up with a guy from Morocco. And, me being paranoid, I'm like, oh, you're probably being catfished, and all this stuff. I didn't believe in it, but let me tell you, he got his visa, he visited, they're doing great together now, they're, together here, and it's really going well for them, so that whole tie-in with Leo and Morocco, yeah, with my moon and rising there, yeah. I'm probably the only Leo rising who doesn't take a bunch of selfies. I'm really not into the whole selfie thing. Just seems narcissistic to me. I mean, it's if you want to build your confidence, but it shouldn't be based on how many likes you get of a photo, because that's superficial stuff. Anyways. Working on the windows or something. Oh boy. It's gonna be one of those days. Okay, so see if the Virgo man is going to visit. I hear Morocco is very nice. 5 of Cups. Now normally that's focusing on the sad stuff, but because it's Mercury retrograde and they're kind of in reverse, obviously focusing on the positive stuff, moving past any delays or anything like that have been frustrating you. So it's actually a good card to get right now. Yeah, I saw her pictures of it. She had a great time visiting him. And I do believe she speaks the language too pretty well. Like, she actually spoke it before she met him. She was taught lots of languages as a child. Knight of Chalices. So normally, that's a young water sign or, immature, almost melodramatic emotions. So because he's not a water sign and it's retrograde, I'm going to say he's probably very guarded with his feelings, or he does not express it as much, but the feelings are there. He's just not very expressive. 9 of Wands. Italy. Huh. Italy's beautiful too. I've been there twice. Um, yeah, the Nine of Wands, it's not a dangerous situation. He feels comfortable with you. He trusts you. You trust each other. It's not a situation that I would worry. Yeah. Yeah, that's totally a Virgo thing. See what I mean about them kind of reading in reverse? Like, if it wasn't retrograde, these would be bad cards. Well, not bad cards, just not the kind of energy you'd want to see. But because it's retrograde and they read kind of in reverse, it's like, hey, it's not this. It's a weird way for them to communicate, but right. Too good to believe kind of thing. Too good to be true. Yeah. Better a passive man than one that's aggressive or passive aggressive. Okay, Hangman. So, that's normally a delay. And the Wheel. But since it's retrograde, yeah, the delay's over. Not really taking a risk, like the poor cow that's about to be slaughtered. So there is no risk, there is no more delay. Wheel of Fortune kind of stays the way it is. To me, Wheel of Fortune is fate. So this is a fated connection, and looks like the delay is over. And well, of course you are. You're a Leo. Two of Pentacles. So there used to be some sort of juggling going on, like work versus relationship is usually the thing. Not third party, but too busy to make the visit. So now maybe he's going to go on vacation and come visit you. Because he won't be juggling his work and a relationship. They're trying to give me the entire deck here. The Chariot. So yeah. Now they're telling me now this is a very direct one, the Chariot. So, yeah, he's going to be taking a break from work and visiting you. Right, but, it shouldn't hurt to take a little break. That Eight of Swords. No project is too important to ignore someone you care about, So he's no longer feeling the pressure of this project. And he feels like he is able to take a break from it right now. Right. I wouldn't worry about it. I would say probably once Mercury goes direct. Yep. You can't prioritize money all the time. I mean, you need it. Granted, you need the money to survive. However, there's no point in having loads of money if you can't have someone you want to be with. Yes, I believe he will. And I don't think it's going to be that long of a delay. Yes, Bows and Bubbles, if you can't make a donation via PayPal for it, you can refer a friend. Either send them the link to this live or send them my email so that they can ask for a private reading. Well, thank you. Yeah, be sure to hit the notifications. So, yeah, that Chariot card is a 7. September technically should be month 7. But they decided to put July and August in between stuff. So yeah, September. Count on it in September then. Okay. Would you like the Egyptian tarot or the Dragon tarot? Hi, Neon Pink. Well, the Egyptian kind of reads in reverse during Mercury retrograde. It's a quirky little thing it has. Dragon tarot is pretty straightforward. So, romantic life. It's kind of funny, there's bubbles in the swords cards in this deck. It kind of cracks me up. It's like, why are they blowing bubbles and stuff? Oh, you're good, Neon Pink. If you can't make a donation via PayPal, share the link to this live with some friends. Or if you know any that would want a private reading, give them my email address, okay? Alright, Bows and Bubbles. We've got the Sun. So, things are looking up for you. The Sun is the ruler of Leo. So, during Leo season, you're going to see positive changes in your love life. Let's see what else. Maybe they'll hint at a sign, or at least an element, since we know the timing. Yeah, window guys are here to clean the windows. There we go. Star card, so possibly an Aquarius. Or if there is someone in particular that you've had your eye on, they're going to return the interest. We also have the Magician. So you are manifesting the kind of connection that you want, which is good. Make sure you're focusing on that's funny. Make sure you're focusing on the positives, because the universe does not understand the negatives. So you can't say, I don't want this, because they'll just read that as that's what you want. So you got to focus on, I want someone with positive trait. And, whatever is important to you. Well, it is Mercury retrograde, and people like to come back into your life during Mercury retrograde. It's not always a good thing, not always a bad thing. Sometimes it's just for closure, sometimes it's to, resolve, sometimes it's to get back and clear things up again. Let's see. But yeah, it's like whatever you want, you can manifest right now. And energy's been really good for manifesting stuff. So you gotta watch out, because you'll get exactly what you're thinking about. So keep everything positive. Alright. Page of Wands and Page of Swords. So, what is your sign? Yeah, that's Page of Swords is obviously the air sign. And, okay. If you're both air signs. But, if you have a fiery moon or rising. Hey, Tiatara. But, yeah. Those came out together. Page of Swords and Page of Wands. So someone a little more fiery and someone more airy. And the fact that both sides are coming up as pages, it's young and new, but at least you're on equal footing. I tell you what, these 4 cards are killing me. High Priestess. So, whatever intuition that you've had regarding this, you can believe it. You trust your intuition on it. And 3 of Swords reversed. So any of the pain caused in the past, that's going to be over. That's no longer going to be an issue. So if there's cheating, third party kind of stuff, ooh, wow. And then we get 4 Wands. So often people call that the twin flame card because it's like 11-11. But it's stable. You can see on the card he's looking at the obelisk in admiration, almost like obsession, which is a little bit different than most decks. But yeah, definitely gonna heal from the heartache part of it. And then hang on. And then it's going to turn into something a little more serious, which is good. That's good. I think that's it. I think they're done. So yeah, this, you gotta heal from the pain of the past, but keep your thoughts positive and manifest. I think it is that Aqua, since the star card came up. Especially if it's bringing up like some sort of thing that's over, that was a heartbreak in the past. They're saying that part's over, so it's going to be related. But yeah, I think that Aqua is going to be coming forward, having been through some changes themselves. Yep, neon pink. Do you want Egyptian or do you want dragon? Scorpio? Scorpio's acting strange because he's a Scorpio. Don't even have to look at the cards to tell you that much. In Western astrology, my partner is Scorpio stellium. So I know all too well how weird Scorpios can act, even when there's nothing wrong. There's always some weirdness going on. Always. I mean, yeah, it gets kind of irritating at times. It's just like, can you try to be normal? A little bit? Is it asking too much for you to be less of a Scorpio? He's laughing right now. Like, oh, yeah. I'm used to it by now. Known him 8 years almost. So used to it. Okay, so caveat for these. During Mercury retrograde, they kind of read almost as a reversal. Knight of Pentacles. Normally that's like low-key pursuing some sort of financial or physical thing. So he may be having issues at work. May have lost his job or quit his job. So he's feeling unstable financially. Which, for most men, if they don't feel confident in themselves and they don't feel financially stable, then it affects how open they can be emotionally. It's very much tied together for them. Like, it's pretty hardwired and socially conditioned into them that men are the providers. It's a hard thing to shake. So if they feel like they can't, even if they don't want anything super serious, the less stable they feel in their finances, less open they'll be emotionally. So yeah, maybe he's thinking of quitting. Like, let me get the hell out of this job. But it'd be a good idea for him to seek out something new before he quits. I mean, I'm all for leaving situations that are not beneficial, but you gotta have a plan B, you know? Well, that's the Capricorn in me talking, having a plan B, being responsible. A lot of people just dump and run. Okay, we also have 9 of Wands and the Hangman. So he's been contemplating this for a long time, and he's no longer contemplating. He's ready to act. Like, he now feels confident enough to move away from the situation. So that's been his focus. He may not be intending to pull away emotionally, but if he's focused on something else, obviously something has to give, you know? So maybe he's been mulling this over for a long time, and he's finally gotten to the point where he's like, you know what, I've had enough. He's done feeling like the sacrificial cow, and he's just like, screw it, I'm gonna make a change. I'm not sensing there's anything specifically between the two of you that's causing this. So, no need to be paranoid and think you did anything wrong. Because trust me, you would get a clear sense of something being personal. You know, even if they're passive aggressive and don't talk about it, they let you know. You know, if they haven't evolved, they can be quite petty. Okay, Knave of Chalices. So, not communicating, because it shows him writing a note. He actually isn't communicating because it's Mercury retrograde. So, if you're waiting to hear back from him, be patient. Wait until Mercury goes direct again. Stay in contact. Be like, hey, I hope you're okay. Just show your concern for him, but don't make it about you. Like, if you want to talk to him, say, look, normally I'd say, hey, I miss talking to you, but in this case, be like, hey, I'm just concerned that, something is wrong on your end, and I hope you're okay, and if you need my help with anything, I'm here for you. Leave it at that. Yeah, I'm not taking that many. Yeah, he's pulled back because he's about to make a change. So, you just gotta wait it out. Trying to distract him will just make the process take longer. Queen of Wands. So don't be pushy. Don't be assertive with him. Because normally Queen of Wands is fiery and passionate and all this stuff. Don't be like that. That, during Mercury retrograde, their advice goes opposite of what the card says, or, the energy's opposite. Kind of like a reversal. It's hard to explain, but they're saying just kind of chill, be patient, wait it out. Because if you keep bugging him, he's just going to take longer to make the decision, make the change that he needs to make. Okay, so, Star. And here, the person on the card's naked. So, again, Mercury retrograde, reverse. They're being very closed off. not open about this situation. And just, expect it. And then once Mercury goes direct again, then he should open back up. But for now, you just gotta realize he's gonna be very closed off, maybe even defensive, because he's feeling a little bit of the instability still. Let's see. More advice. The sun. So, you feel like you're in the dark. Really, Basti? I kind of expect it. Mercury retrograde and all, and they're having issues with the notification system anyway, so. Cat lady is here. Meow. Basti is really good doing animal mediumship. She's great. So yeah, Neon. You're just gonna have to get comfortable with the fact that he's being closed off and distracted right now. And Mercury goes direct 1st or the 2nd of August, so you don't have that long to wait. Just be patient. Your patience will be rewarded. He will remember. As long as you are supportive and not pushy, he will remember that. Right now you're just feeling frustrated. But don't let it get to you, okay? It'll be all good. He'll get to... He's being Scorpio. Yeah, he's being uber Scorpio because, these eclipses are hitting hard. Oh yeah, just kind of... you're just going to have to deal with the whole Scorpio thing anyways. You gotta learn how to deal with their Scorpio-ness. Especially if you want to be with them long term, you just gotta get used to it. You can't change a Scorpio. They're a fixed sign. They can change themselves. I mean, they are like the phoenix, but you can't do it for them. All right, Adriana, if you can't make a donation through PayPal, you can refer some friends, either using my email or sending them a link to this live. And be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. I'm going to type in my email address for anyone who wants to contact me for a private reading. I do a video, I upload it, and only you get the link. But it's up on YouTube, so you just come back on YouTube on the link. Right, it's Mercury retrograde, so there's a lot of miscommunication going on. You can do donation via PayPal. The rates are in the description, or you can refer some friends. It's up to you. Vasti, how's the weather there? It actually stayed pretty cool last night here. It rained when I was leaving for work. Like, it wasn't cold, but I wore my jacket. so I wouldn't get soaking wet, so it wasn't that bad. It hasn't really warmed up yet. I mean, it's already noon, and it's sunny, and then it goes away, and then it comes back. But it hasn't gotten hot and humid again yet. Give it a few minutes. Or restart your YouTube and then share. I don't know. I can't believe, like, yesterday it says the stream was ready, and then it just wouldn't connect. Oh, a little kitten. What did you find outside? Wonder if it lost its mommy. Is it still nursing age? The decks are Egyptian and Dragon for you guys to choose from. Oh, good. You can nurse her back to health. I know you know how to do that. And you can definitely find out, with your gifts to know what's really wrong. And she knew to come to you. Isn't that funny? They just know who's a good person to... She can eat food, so she's kind of like weaning. When they wean early, though, I noticed, because my cat and his siblings, Mom was not a very good cat. She would stand up in the middle of nursing and try to go outside, be like, I don't want to deal with this. Like, she was horrible. Like, her owner called her a whore. Like, she ran around a lot. She really did. And, like, they didn't get to nurse till they were sated, Yeah, if her stomach's kind of distended, that would be parasites. But yeah, like, if they are weaned early or if they're not, sated every time that they get to nurse, then they get this little, coping mechanism where they'll, like, suck on blankets and stuff. Like, they will suck so hard that they'll, like, chew holes in it. Like, they're trying to nurse off of a blanket. So we had to, like, break them of that habit, because they kept putting holes in blankets when they were doing that. Like, they're just trying to soothe themselves that way. It's sad. Like, they still grew up okay. They were getting enough, but, like, for the emotional connection, that wasn't there. So they did that thing. So watch out. Like, if she does that, you gotta try to distract her with something else. A couple of them were worse. Like, he didn't really care. Oliver Cornbread. Love it. Love it. Great names for your cats. I know you know how to handle this. The little kitten found the right person. Give her lots of love and hugs from me. I'm sure she's the cutest thing ever. And hopefully your cats won't get jealous or nothing. It's funny, my cat got jealous of someone's kitten and hated the damn thing. like, was like, oh my god, I don't want to deal with a child. It's not my child. I don't want to deal with it. And then one day, he suddenly said, you know what? Whatever. And then he curled up with it, and they were like bestest friends. Except for she was kind of psycho. Like, I'd have to like pick her up, have to scruff her to get her out of things that she wasn't supposed to be in. You know, I'd just tell her firmly no. She would flip the fuck out on me. She did not like no. Like most of the other cats, if I scruffed them to get them out of the garbage or out of something that they could hurt themselves with, they would, you know, kind of sulk and all that stuff, but they'd listen. She was like fucking psycho. She bit and scratched me like crazy. But she came from some crazy people, so. I wish I could have one here, but the only thing they're considering maybe allowing dogs. And that's only because one of the board members keeps saying that he's pet sitting this dog, but we know it's his dog. We're not stupid. You don't pet sit for months on end and see it like 24/7. I mean, I don't know if he really thinks we're that stupid. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta separate them anyways when they first meet. She'll do fine. And they'll figure it out. Just talk to them and say, look, she's sick, needs my help. I still love you guys, but she needs more attention right now. They'll get over it. They might be pissed, but they'll get over it. I mean, you know that they understand you. They may not be happy about it, but they'll understand. Like, okay, Mom, you got enough cats. Why did you bring another one home? But they'll be like, okay. Right, animals are a lot more forgiving. They usually put up with a lot more crap than a human being can without getting, like, PTSD or anything. Well, yeah, I mean, she's your familiar, so. That's how mine was. Like, he would get jealous, and my dog was like that, too. When I had my dog, he would get so jealous if the other people, like, were getting my attention. Like, he wasn't too bad with other animals, but people? No. He didn't want people close to me. Yeah, it sucks when an animal has PTSD, because you know it takes more to give them PTSD than it does a human. Like, they are so much more resilient than humans. So if it gets to the point where they get PTSD, you know they've been through some shit. Yeah. Like, they say the tail is really important for balance. So, for the rest of her life, she's going to feel unbalanced. Like, if she was born without a tail, that'd be different. But, yeah, like, it's kind of funny. 2 of the kittens out of my cat's litter had no tails. Like, they were born without one because Mom had none. And the other 2 had tails. But, I mean, they were never affected by it. They kind of looked like rabbits because they would hop around. It was weird. Like, rabbits with black fur and short ears. They didn't act like normal cats, any of them. But yeah, she's gonna always feel unstable because she's missing that sense of balance it brings. Like, actual physical balance. And since she grew up having it, you know, it's hard to adjust to losing your tail. It's kind of like, you know, when a human loses a limb, they have phantom limb, and all kinds of psychological issues because of the loss, no matter how they lost it. It doesn't have to be a tragic thing. It doesn't have to be like a landmine or whatever. They could just lose it from diabetes or whatever, and it's still going to be traumatic for them on a psychological level. But they didn't make anything to attach to the stub of the tail to be like a artificial tail. Hey, Ange, I wondered where you went. Like, I've seen so many people with animals that have like back legs that don't work, or they lose a leg, and they give them like carts, like wheelchairs that you can strap right on them, and they adjust to that so well. You can't really do much for a tail. It's not like you can tack on a new one. Be like Eeyore, tack one on. So what's up, Ange? Yeah, I had a bunch of like minor little distractions. The cleaning lady was here, the window cleaners were here, but it's whatever. Hi, David. Oh, isn't that weird? Like, I'm actually getting male visitors on this live. It's so rare to see guys, into the live tarot. Yep. The one and only. I like this name just as well, especially because of the connection to her cats. But it's kind of weird. Like, the first time me and Cherry connected, I had just taken a bath using Cherry Blossom bath bomb. So it was really cool. And I just bought a couple more of those when I got paid. The Cherry Blossom. And it's funny, the one rose that they're kind of leaving alone smells like a cherry blossom. It smells less like a rose and more like a cherry blossom. Hey, Happily. I'm starting to get some regulars on my lives. It's nice to see the same people coming back, Yeah, and she has been doing little oracle readings and stuff. She's gonna do a fundraiser for Save the Endangered Tigers. Was it August 14th? She'll be doing readings for that benefit. Yet TL doesn't let anyone hide their gifts. But he's good people. He's doing it to, help you, align with your purpose. If you can't make a donation, you can share this live. Or you can refer a friend using my email, or sharing the link or whatever. Or we could do reading exchanges. I'll do that too. But I'm trying to save up money to get a car and move into my own place, or at least like rent a room or something, but primarily to get a car. Like, my credit isn't all that great, so getting an auto loan, and most of those are pretty expensive anyways. Yeah, there's issues with the channels. And it's not the competition thing, because there are some people that want to compete and get, like, jealous and stuff. But it's more like they're suppressing a lot of the readers. It's not YouTube itself necessarily, but it's people who don't want those who are light workers helping anyone that are suppressing things. Yeah, I love the animal mediumship thing. Actually, I was gonna ask you, Basti, if my cat is actually happy there. Like, I think he is, but I think he misses me, but I also think he would probably hold a grudge. Because the times I was able to visit him when I was still down there but couldn't live there because it was too far from work and I didn't have a working car and all that other nonsense, he seemed to be mad at me. No, he's all black. Big, fluffy black thing. Interesting. Brown tabby. That might be one of the cats from when I was a kid. We had a tabby and a Siamese. Buffy and Smokey. Like, my mother had a person paint a huge portrait of them in a pet bed to put over their bed. We're talking like bigger than life size. They were awesome. Like, the one would lay in front of the doorway when I was a baby, just kind of like lay in front of the doorway, and then I can't remember which one would do this, but it would dig through the laundry and piss on my mother's clothes. Funniest damn thing. It always pissed her off. Like, she didn't know why they did that. But, like, they wouldn't touch my dad's stuff. That's interesting. Hang on a second. Okay, so I guess the other one was not so much a tabby. The only other, like, a tabby that I can think of. Huh. Huh. That's funny. Because my friend had a cat she called Skitty, as in skittish. It was a very feral cat, but just, like, eventually, like, it wasn't really totally feral. It was someone's pet but didn't like the person and moved in with them eventually, but it took a long time. Huh. Well, if he's happy there, all I care about is him being safe and happy, you know? But, anyways, about the tabby. The only tabby that I had a connection with was this orange tabby that just walked in the door one day. Like, my friend was out on the front porch area smoking, and this cat just walked in, came into my bedroom, laid down on the pillow like it fucking belonged there, and it always lived there. Nobody batted an eye. Like, none of the other animals, none of the people batted an eye. They just accepted it because weird things happen. But it lived with us for a few months, and then one day it just moved on. I can't remember if it was male or female, but we called it Dimitri. But it was like kind of an orangish tabby. It was really cool. Like, just kind of came in, decided it lived there for a little bit, and then left one day. But got along with my dog, got along with the kitten. Huh. Hey, no worries. I mean, they communicate the way they want to communicate. But yeah, I've never really felt like he's not well taken care of. Like, even though these people use some hard drugs sometimes, they do take good care of the cats. Like, they make sure that they're fed and healthy. They fixed theirs, but I guess they took in a female, and I think she lost all her kittens. It was unfortunate, but yeah, I'm sure they're gonna get her fixed whenever they're able to. They're pretty responsible about that. Hey, Marie. Hey, Razor. No worries, Abasi. I'm sure he's perfectly fine. I was just wondering, like, am I gonna be able to, like, go get him and take him home, or has he decided that that's where he's gonna, where he's gonna live the rest of his 9 lives? I really hate it when sirens go by now, because I'm super sensitive and I'm trying to block that out. Oh, I think he misses me. Hey, Marion. Alright, you guys, a simple question for you and just you. $5.55 donation via PayPal. The link's in the description. If you can't do that, send me some referrals via my email address, or send them the link to this live or my channel and have them subscribe and all that. Relationship stuff's $11.11. Then if you want a private reading that's really in-depth, it starts at $2.22, depending on how many questions you're asking. And I do a video recording, and then I send you the link. It's private, so only you can see it. Yeah, I think he's pretty chill. Like, he was born the weekend after my birthday, so he's a very chill cat. I didn't completely explain the situation to him. Thank you, Avasti. Marlin. Yeah, my bad. It's really hard to see. Like, the chat box is as big as I can make it. Even with my glasses, my eyes suck. Yeah, if you want crystal cards, I'll have to get those out. I've got the Dragon Tarot and the Egyptian Dragon. Let me see if I can pull a crystal card for you, Razor. Yeah, but I feel bad. Like, I don't want to get anyone's name wrong. That's just... Alright. Razor wants crystal. And do like one or two. Celestia Lotus. I like the lotus part. Lotus flower is very, very powerful image there. If you want an in-depth reading, they start at $222. I can look at your astrology chart if you have your birth time and location and tie it in with the reading. Alright, let's see. Crystal for Razor. Oh, come on now. I love these crystal cards, even though they're huge. No, it's 22. I haven't gotten to the point of charging triple digits yet. I don't do a lot of astrology, but I do have resources to look things up. Gotta at least do like a reading exchange, referral, something like that. Thank you, Selassie. And trying to raise enough money to get myself a car. Yeah, if you guys want to swap readings, that's totally cool with me. Because I'll probably have to go soon, get lunch, and then go to sleep because I do have to work tonight. Oh, come on. Okay. Let's have a card for Razor. There we go. Oh, well, I guess we're getting a couple of them. Razor, you got Tiger's Eye, which is card 39, if 39 is the number that resonates with you. And that's solar plexus, also related to animals. And card 17, Fuchsite, it's the heart chakra. Fuchsite is very weird. And it's a flexible stone. It's related to mica, and mica is that, it's hard to explain. Mica is kind of similar to, mother of pearl, but it's like a very flaky, flexible stone, and I think they use it for, like, fireplace screens or something. But Fuchsite is a type of mica, and it's flaky, flexible, and like an iridescent green. It's really cool to see. Like, it's not that easy to find in a store, but if you do find it, it's a wonderful stone. Very soft, gentle energy. Tiger's Eye is real easy to find. Yeah. But I do have a piece of Fuchsite, like, in my storage, I think. I don't think I have one here to show you. But I did manage to find a nice piece at a stone store where I was living in Greenville, South Carolina. They had a lot of rare stuff, too. And they were really good about saying, like, oh, this has this structure, it's related to this crystal, this is the kind of stone it is, this is the Mohs scale hardness. All the scientific information from the one, and the other one was more into the spiritual stuff. It was really cool. It was a pair of twins that ran the store. Like, if you believe in mythology, fawns, not baby deer, but Faun, fawn. That kind of, they're like that. So, they're really cool. I got a lot of good stuff from there. If I had it around, I'd show you the piece that I have, but it's kind of delicate because it'll flake off. So you want to, like, not put it in your pocket, maybe get a little cage for it. If you get a small piece and want to put it in a necklace, you'd have to get a little cage for it like they do for pearls. Or you could just, hold it and meditate with it. Tiger's Eye is pretty tough, so. And there is blue Tiger's Eye. It's called Hawk's Eye. And red Tiger's Eye. It's really awesome that it comes in those different colors, and it works with different chakras then. They're a little harder to find. Like, blue is getting more common to find, I believe. But I have pieces of all three. I've got some raw Tiger's Eye and some tumbled Tiger's Eye. Tiger's eye is good for a lot of things, but always very protective. Like the hawk's eye kind of gives your third eye a boost. Well, tiger's eye is more root chakra, so. And then the red stuff is kind of acts like a red jasper does. Very sacral energy. As funny as you are still on the bottom. I'm not gonna read the book entry for that. But if you want to look it up, the deck I have is Eternal Crystals from Jade Sky. They're good size cards, about twice the size of tarot cards, side to side. You know, they're on the larger size, but they still fit pretty well in my hand. The pictures are really awesome too, and you can just meditate with the picture. I'm gonna go check something on another app for a moment, so it'll say it's buffering. If any of you want to do a reading exchange with me and get a private video reading, I'm gonna give you my email again. And you can also use that to put in PayPal if you don't want to use the direct link. That's my email. So if you want any sort of in-depth readings, you can just email me like that. And we can either swap readings or you donate $22.22. If you have a lot of questions, though, it's $33.33. I don't care how many questions you give me, just, you know. The longer I have to spend doing it, gotta do fair energy exchange. Okay? You got a noisy ass truck backing up somewhere. I definitely prefer doing readings at night because it's not so noisy. Not so many distractions. But I just thought I would test out the connection today because it wasn't working right yesterday. Still kind of breezy today, so maybe it won't be like ridiculously hot. It'd be nice. Oh, there goes a cardinal. Can't really see it. It's too much glare in the background. We still have the birds flying around. Like the woodpecker was in the little tiny tree. And blue jays are always around yelling. There's this weird bird that kind of almost sounds like a seagull crossed with a hawk. I'm not sure what kind of bird it is. It's got to be some kind of a hawk, though. But it doesn't sound like any hawk calls that I can see. So I'm trying to figure out what it is. But yesterday it would not shut up. And it was sitting in one of the trees just kind of making its little seagull hawk thing noise. I should have recorded it and put it up. Be like, somebody identify this for me. And there's like some other unusual birds that I don't recognize their call and I don't recognize them. I've been trying to figure out what they are. So it's like almost 20 different species around here. Still, it's just I don't get to see them up close anymore. I cannot wait to have my own place where I can put a bird feeder up and nobody can bitch about it. People like me who don't have the ability to watch them in person anymore, or don't have a space, don't have a yard. I learned so much about the bird. I think I'm gonna finish the cigarette going, have lunch, and then get my ass to bed. 'Cause tomorrow I have to come home, get a couple hours sleep, go to my Lowe's job, and then after I get off there, I have to go to my assisted living job again. And then I have to go back to Lowe's again next day. I'm not going to get much sleep in the next 3-4 days. So I thought I should come on here a little bit. But thank you everyone for coming by. Especially my regulars. Like, share, subscribe, hit notification bell so you know when I go live again. I just mostly go live on my days off. And I can do like a few hours of readings. Not sure when my next day off is from both. I have to update my schedule now that it's out. But I usually get a couple days. At least one day a week. Where I'm not doing either one. Ooh, goldfinch. Goldfinches are funny. They don't fly in a straight line. They do like this zigzag pattern in the air. Like, always. I've never once seen a goldfinch fly straight. And they're always tweeting as they fly. Happy little things. Just saw an 1111 in somebody's phone number that it's a group message from the manager. Well, I'm gonna head out. I will see you guys.